Good morning everyone at AO, and first of all can I thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to review the Samsung R23 series American fridge freezer. This thing is amazing. And also firstly, sorry for taking so long to confirm that I actually wanted to have a look at it. I confess it took us a while to be absolutely certain that we could fit it into the house. It is a big old beastie, so we had to just be sure of our measurements and to get some plumbing sorted out, but as soon as I confirmed that we were ready to go, as usual your delivery was quick as you like, arranged for exactly when it was convenient for me, and fair play to your delivery drivers for actually getting it into the house for us. There were literally millimetres to spare, but they got it through without a single scratch on it. So thank you very much for the excellent service as always. And let me now show you the big beastie that we're talking about. We'll have to start from a wee way back in the kitchen because it's the only way I can get all of the actual fridge freezer into the frame, so just bear with me. So there we are over in the corner of the kitchen. So as you can see it's quite a big thing, but as we move closer to it, and we can start to look at some of the detail. So first of all, it's quite a dark sort of shiny silver colour, very tasteful, very sleek curved lines. It looks really, really pretty. You have a very simple display here at the front, which basically will tell you what the freezer and the fridge temperatures are, and you can press the fridge or the freezer buttons to actually adjust the temperature. When you switch on the device, it will automatically default to what's considered to be the correct temperature for the fridge and the freezer. So you don't particularly need to make any adjustments to it. You can switch it on and it will be ready to go. So what have we got in this big beastie? Okay, well the top section is the fridge, and then at the bottom here we have the freezer section. So we'll start off with the fridge. Now instantly of course we see that we've got something here in the door, and this is our water and ice maker. So it is a plumbed in fridge freezer, which means that you can get chilled water on demand, and it will also produce crushed or cubed ice for you. So if we move in slightly closer to the control panel, so as we can see here we've got a button for the water and we've got a button for the ice. So at the moment it's defaulting onto being producing crushed ice for us. If we press the water button, then we go on to water instead. So very, very simple to swap between the two. And in order to dispense, literally all you do is press against the back here with your cup and it will instantly fill it up. I would say with the crushed ice in particular, when it comes out of the spout, it does kind of go a bit all over the place. So I would say that when you're using this particular feature of the fridge freezer, the best thing to do is to use a receptacle with quite a wide mouth, otherwise you might find you lose half of your ice on the floor. But actually coming onto the main body of the fridge, now on the left hand side door here, which we probably won't really be able to see very well with the camera, but this door has a little sort of a lever here behind, and if you actually open the door pulling that lever, it will actually open half, and so it doesn't fully open the door. You have here their metal cooling system, and actually if you touch the back of this door it's really, really cold, and behind the metal door here you've kind of got, if you like, a series of shelves which are just perfect for putting all the things you might just literally want to grab out of the fridge. So I mean we use it particularly for milk at the bottom here, cans of drink and juices, and sort of like our jams and whatnots that we might want for breakfast. So the great thing about this is if you're just wanting to grab your milk for your cup of tea, you can actually open half a door, grab out what you need from these shelves here without actually fully opening the fridge right up. All of these little shelves are removable, and these ones here have this sort of little metal thing on them here which is also adjustable. So you can actually tuck it away behind the shelf altogether so that it's hidden. You can have it in the position that I have it here so that things don't fall off behind into the fridge, or you can actually lift it up so that it becomes kind of a carry handle in the middle. So again, depending on what you're using any of these shelves on and for would depend on what position you might want that in. So if we shut the door again, the front part just clicks into the back, and then if you open it without pulling the lever, then it opens the door in its entirety. So you then see that the shelves we were looking at previously with half the door open form the back of the door as you would expect on or see on a normal fridge, if you like. And likewise the same here. So now we've got all of the top of the fridge open. You can kind of see what a beastie this thing is. I mean, this is actually a full week's shop and it still looks half empty. There is so much space. You've got a really nice big bright white light at the top as well, so you can pretty much illuminate your kitchen at night time just by opening this fridge. It's really, really bright. On the back of this door here, obviously your shelving is slightly more restricted because you've got all the paraphernalia for the ice and water machine, but you have still got some little shelves that you can fit sort of your jars and your jams and whatnot in, so there's plenty of door storage space really altogether. You've got your standard shelves that are just left free and empty really, so you can arrange your food as and how you want it to be. And then you also have your kind of salad drawers, which are here, which also have the ability to control the humidity within them. So again, you can adjust things depending on what you may be storing. I'm using them just as standard salad and veg drawers, but there is so much control with this fridge freezer that you can kind of pick and choose what you would want to use each area for to suit you really. And then you have underneath the drawers here this pantry area, and again you can choose to use this for whatever you want. It has 3 settings. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it very well here, but we've got a deli setting, a fresh setting and a chilled setting, and this will adjust the temperature in the pantry area depending on what you want to fill it with. The default position for the fridge is for it to be fresh, and they basically talk about that being for things like your salad items really, your cucumbers, your tomatoes. It just keeps them at a steady temperature and helps them keep fresh longer. Deli, they say, is for things more like pineapples and avocados, sort of soft fruits, potatoes, that kind of thing, and it's not quite such a low temperature. And then chilled, as the name suggests, actually takes the temperature down a little further, so whereas the main body of the fridge is at 3 degrees, by putting this on chilled, this is actually at 1 degree, and that is perfect then for things like meats, hard cheese and things like that. So as you can see, and that just pulls out and you've got your storage there. So lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of room in this fridge. As you can see, even though it's a really big, chunky fridge, the doors all move very, very smoothly, very, very easy to operate. The same is true of the freezer. Now the freezer is actually drawers rather than shelves. So you have the handle and it has a slight sort of lifting, tilting effect. So you have to lift it and then pull. And again, here we are now, as you will hopefully be able to detect. You do actually have a light that illuminates the freezer area as well when you open it. And you have a top shelf here, which you can then slide back to reveal a bottom shelf. So because they're all baskets, again the space is very flexible, very easy to use. We have a huge amount of ice cream product in this section of the freezer, but here, you know, you can see that we have a lot of bits and bobs in here, and it's actually quite deep. You know, you've got joints of meat, we've got mince, we've got chickens at the bottom, so there's a lot of depth to this. You can get a lot of stuff into this freezer. You know, it's a far cry from playing Tetris with your standard upright fridge freezer. You can pretty much just chuck it all in here and there's going to be space to accommodate whatever you need. Just tucked in behind here, there's a very thin sort of shelving area, if you like, which is just perfect for putting your ice blocks and things like that. It keeps them out of the way of the main body of the freezer. But yeah, really, really simple to use. The baskets pull in and out very, very easily. No effort at all. It's a one finger job just to keep moving this around. And that's about it, to be honest. I mean, this really is a very attractive, very easy to use fridge freezer that would quite easily cater for the largest of families. It's absolutely chock full of room. You know, I can't imagine us ever actually filling it to the brim, perhaps apart from at Christmas, but it's got some really flexible space in it, really, really straightforward to use. I can't recommend it enough, and thank you so much for sending it to me.